Jason Crowe had never considered himself anything special. He was a mechanic on the fringes of Earth's last city, Horizon, which sat precariously on the edge of the desolate and arid Badlands. The world had changed since the wars had ravaged it, leaving most of the planet uninhabitable, but Horizon still clung to life. Jason's job was to fix things: machines, old hovercrafts, and occasionally some tech relics scavengers brought back from the ruins. He liked the simplicity of it. There were no surprises. Until one day, everything changed. It started when an old desert rover sputtered into his garage, half covered in dust and emitting a strange, metallic hum. The driver, a grizzled scavenger named Kellen, looked shaken. "Found this near the Badlands. Something strange out there, Crowe. Needs fixin', but I reckon it's something more than a busted engine." Jason, always curious, agreed to take a look. As he examined the rover, his attention was drawn to an odd device welded onto its undercarriage. It didn't belong there. It looked alien. He pried it loose, and as soon as he did, the device activated, projecting a holographic map into the air. Jason blinked, trying to make sense of the image. It showed an underground tunnel system beneath the Badlands, leading to a massive city hidden deep below the Earth's surface. His mind raced. This wasn't on any map he'd ever seen. In the tech, it wasn't human. Kellen leaned over his shoulder. "That's it. That's the place." Took a glimpse, but couldn't go farther. "Figured you'd want to know." Jason's heart pounded. His whole life, he'd heard rumors of an ancient alien civilization that once lived on Earth before humanity. They were myths, stories to tell kids about what might still lie beneath the wasteland. But this map seemed real. "I need to see it," Jason muttered. Kellen looked at him like he was crazy. "Listen, Crowe, no one comes back from the Badlands. It ain't safe." But Jason wasn't listening. His mind was made up. 2 days later, armed with little more than a basic toolkit, some rations, and a personal hovercraft, Jason set off into the Badlands. As the sun beat down on him, the desert stretched endlessly, its cracked surface radiating heat. It was a dead place, devoid of life or color, but Jason had a destination. Following the map from the alien device, he found the entrance to the tunnel, hidden beneath a rock formation covered in centuries of sand. It took hours to dig it out, but when the entrance finally revealed itself, Jason marveled at the sleek, metallic structure beneath the rocks. It was far more advanced than anything human-built. He hesitated only for a moment before stepping inside. The tunnel descended deep into the earth, illuminated by faint, pulsing lights along the walls. The further Jason went, the more the temperature dropped. The air felt different, ancient. The walls were lined with alien markings, unreadable yet somehow familiar, as if the very structure of the tunnel was designed to communicate something beyond language. Hours passed as Jason journeyed deeper into the labyrinth. Then, without warning, the tunnel opened into a vast underground chamber. He stood at the edge of a precipice, staring out at an impossible sight. The city spread out beneath him, massive spires and domes of shimmering, iridescent materials. It was an alien metropolis, abandoned but perfectly preserved. Even from this distance, Jason could see the intricate design of its buildings, a blend of organic curves and sharp, angular forms, unlike anything he had ever imagined. The city pulsed faintly, as if alive. Jason climbed down into the city, navigating through the ancient streets. He found strange machines scattered throughout, dormant but intact. He began to tinker with them, instinctively knowing where to touch and which wires to connect. The machines seemed to respond to him, lighting up and coming to life with a hum that resonated through the entire city. Then, something unexpected happened. The ground shook, and the city's central structure, a towering obelisk at its core, began to rise, shifting its shape. Jason watched in awe as it transformed into a beacon, sending a pulse of energy through the tunnel and up to the surface. Suddenly, his wristcom buzzed. It was a communication from Horizon. "Jason, what did you do?" "There's a signal, an alien signal, coming from the Badlands. It's reaching the surface." Jason's mind raced. I think I activated something." "What does it mean?" the voice on the comm asked, panic evident. I don't know yet, Jason replied, staring at the beacon. The pulse it sent out wasn't random. It was a message broadcasting to the stars. Moments later, the sky above horizon darkened as massive shapes appeared, descending from the heavens. Alien ships, sleek and silent, touched down on the surface. The lost civilization had returned. Back in the city, Jason stood in the shadow of the obelisk, feeling the ground tremble beneath him. He realized what had happened. By reactivating the city systems, he had sent out a signal to the ancient aliens who had once inhabited Earth. They had been waiting for this moment, waiting for someone to find their city and call them home. Jason Crowe, the humble mechanic, had done what no one expected. He had reawakened an ancient civilization and changed the fate of humanity forever.